rev up your engines. Today I'm going to help you answer the question, to clean or not to clean your car's engine. Now there's that old saying, cleanliness is next to godliness. Well, in case of your car's engine, as far as I'm concerned, that's a bunch of nonsense. Check out my old Celica's engine. Dirty and greasy, still running strong after all these years. I've never cleaned it. But take my shiny Triumph motorcycle. Look how clean that engine is. That I clean. And why is that, other than vanity? It's because my Triumph is an air-cooled motorcycle. And my car, it's a water-cooled engine. It's water that cools the engine. With a motorcycle, air has to blow over the fins on the cylinder to help cool the engine down. If it gets dirty and greasy, that'll keep it from dissipating heat that well. But in most cars these days, they're water cooled. You want to keep all the fins cleaned. Here, down inside here where the air flows to cool the radiator, you want that all clean. But the engine itself, doesn't matter if it's dirty. The heat is dissipated through the radiator, not the engine itself. And modern cars have so many electronic parts in them. You start spraying cleaner, then hosing it off with water, or even worse, using a pressure washer at a car wash. You can destroy the electronics of the car cleaning it. And over the years, I've had scores of customers that have done that, or their friends did it to their cars and they towed them over to me. Sometimes I had to buy new computers because the wiring shorted out from all the water and cleaner and ended up frying the computer. I've even had it where they put so much spray inside there that it sucked water inside the air filter and then hydrolocked the engine and ended up bending the piston rods. So unless you're planning on having a picnic inside your car's hood, it's stupid to clean your engine. It doesn't serve any purpose. Heck, you can't even see the stuff until you open the hood. Yeah, polish the hood and the paint make it look nice, but hey, you don't live under here. But that said, there are times when you want to clean crud off of your engine, and that has to do with leaks. Oil leaks especially. Oil does not go well with electricity. I've had many customers, they'll have a leaking valve cover gasket. That'll end up leaking down. It can get on the alternator, it can get on the starter, and that oil will eventually short it out. And the same thing goes for coolant leaks. If you get coolant leaks and coolant is leaking on the alternator, or the starter, or the distributor, any electronic parts, that can ruin them. And you need to remove that stuff after you fix the problem. Of course, cleaning it doesn't fix the problem. You have to fix the problem first. If a valve cover gasket is leaking, you replace that. Then you clean all the residue oil off so it doesn't do any damage. If you look under your car and you see things leaking, first you figure out what's leaking, find the source of the leak, fix it, and then clean the mess up. And to find the leaks, I use this ultraviolet leak dye. You put it in whatever's leaking, the engine oil, the coolant, whatever. Then you use an ultraviolet light and these funky yellow sunglasses, and you can see where the leak's coming from. And since leaks leak all over the place, it's often hard to pinpoint where it starts. So the ultraviolet leak dye really has made it easier for people to find leaks. But then if you have oil or coolant all over the place, you do want to clean that off so the residue doesn't destroy electronics. And to do that, you're going to use engine degreaser, but the first thing is take off the negative battery terminal. You don't want to short out electronics, so you want to loosen it, wiggle it, move it out of the way. Then you want to carefully spray the degreaser on the greasy parts, wherever the leaks were. And here's yet another tip. You want to do it on an ice cold engine. This one's been sitting all night, so it's nice and cold. You don't want to be spraying degreaser on a hot engine, and then when you rinse it off with a hose, you don't want ice cold water hitting a red hot engine, and you can make metal crack, gaskets could go. You don't want to mess around with heat, so do this all on a cold car. Now, of course, things like alternators, look, they're exposed to the weather. When it rains, water comes up from the bottom, water comes through the radiator, it gets wet. It's made that it can take a little bit of water, but you don't want to have cleaner and electricity going through it, and then water with it connected to the system, so now there's no power going to it. and it's cool, so you won't have any problems if you do it on a cool engine with the battery disconnected. But that said, you still don't want to be spraying things like the distributor. It's all electronic. You don't want to get this stuff wet. Some guys will even put a plastic bag on it. And definitely stay away from things like circuit boxes and relay boxes. You don't want to get them wet. Then, like most things in life, have a little patience. It's a good idea to wait half an hour, 45 minutes for the degreaser to soak in, to do its thing, and if it's really dirty, you can get a scrub brush and you can scrub some of it off. When I was a young mechanic, we used to use kerosene on the garage floor, spray it on, then scrub it, and then hose it off. Well, this is the same idea, only I'm not doing this. I'm using one of these fingernail scrubbers. It helps to agitate it, and if it's been on there a while, it'll get the really tough parts off. And then just wait, like I said, half an hour, 45 minutes. Then get your garden hose and hose it off. And again, just do this on a cold engine so you won't have any problems. You can wait a couple hours for it to dry, or do what I do. Get a giant fan. It'll dry it a lot quicker. Then when it's dry, put the battery terminal back on. Don't forget to tighten it up. And away you go. So now you know when not to clean your car's engine and when to actually clean it. And since this is Mechanic Monday, I'll be giving away a case of the spray engine degreaser. To have a chance to win, place a clean, non-offensive comment on the YouTube comments below, and a winner will be chosen randomly by computer to get a case of engine degreaser to use when it's actually needed. So if you never want to miss another one of my new car repair videos, remember to ring that bell.